Welcome to MacGyver's Workshop, where you never know what we're going to be working on next. If you're not too careful, you just might learn something. Hi there, and welcome to another episode of MacGyver's Workshop, where you never know what we're going to be working on next, and if you're not too careful, you just might learn something. I hope you all enjoyed the last video I put up with the work on that solar-backed UPS system we were working on for my day job. Give you guys kind of an idea of some of the stuff that I play with during the day in my day job, if you will. While I was up there, just a little ways up the road is Fort Wayne, Indiana, which is where Sweetwater Sound is. Now, Sweetwater Sound is where I have bought pretty much most of the gear you see in the studio here. So, and yes, I've spent way too much money on that stuff, but my sales rep at Sweetwater says, we're in Fort Wayne, come on up and, we'll give you the VIP tour. So I went up there and it was all kind of hectic. I'll apologize in advance because, the video that I shot with my phone is really not that good. But when I went in there, of course there's this burly security guard at the door, and then there's a reception desk that you go to, and that's where you say, yes, I'm here to see Brian Loney, my sales rep, and he's expecting me, and asked if it was okay to record, and I kind of got a lukewarm kind of vibe about that. So my recording is very understated and very minimal. The other thing is I came home with this to round out my gear for my guitar collection. So now I have my son's Stratocaster, and then my Jackson bass, and now this, which is an Epiphone Les Paul 60 standard. These are not expensive guitars. I mean, you can drop $5,000 on a guitar, and that ain't happening with me. So, but you can get a well-made guitar for a reasonable price, and you take it to a good luthier or guitar shop or whatever, and they can go through it and set everything up on it and make that instrument the best it can possibly be. Now, if you got a cheap Chinese $50 guitar, well, you ain't gonna get much. But at the same token, though, you don't necessarily have to have a $3,000 guitar either. So, so I got this. It's very reasonably priced, and I think my bass was maybe $300. But it plays wonderfully. But anyhow, regarding the luthier, I'm going to take it to a place called Classic Axe. He's been doing it quite a while, and he's well connected in the Nashville music community, and well respected. I'll post the number and the address in the description. So if you happen to be in the Nashville area and you want to get your guitar tuned up, the thing to remember about that, though, is it's not like getting a tune-up on your car. You get a quote for what it's going to take. Every guitar is different, and it's not something that you look for the cheapest price, because when it comes to getting your guitar worked on, getting the intonation set, the action, makes a world of difference in how the guitar plays. You're not fighting the instrument. Of course, it's you, not the instrument, but it's the instrument's working with you, not against you. I've always loved the Les Paul style guitars because of the tone that you get out of them. You know, I was working on music for stuff we're doing at work, and it's just a little 10-second blurb for an intro for an online training course or orientation course that we're doing. You know, I actually went back and re-recorded it because just so I could use this guitar. Because, I mean, this guitar is awesome. You know, the tone that you get out of a semi-hollow body and the different pickups compared to, say, a Stratocaster or a Telecaster is just amazing. It's just a really, really good, solid. And then, of course, when you really let it rip, listen to that sustain. Oh, that's awesome. So let me just play you through this. Like I said, it's only 10 seconds long. I'll play the whole piece once, and then I'll let you, solo out the guitar part. Now let me solo the guitars here. Now when I do this, you're going to hear just how bad a guitar player I am, but you know, hey, it's all right. I can bury it in the mix. So I suppose I could play it. Real simple. Yeah, all you guitar players are out there going, please. And that's totally okay. Total respect and props to all you real guitarists out there. Because, you know, guitar is not my forte. I just kind of plink through it as I go with what I need to do. So while I was at Sweetwater, and as you'll see in the video, this place is like the Google campus. Okay, they have an on-site doctor's office, fitness center. You get your own personal fitness trainer when you're there, and I didn't even get to see all of it. And you know, a huge amphitheater for stuff. You know, and I always thought, you know, mail order, you know, music stores were just that. But this is not that. I mean, the vendors come in and show off their new stuff in this big amphitheater, and if Sweetwater picks it up and sells it, then, you know, they spend time with representatives from the manufacturers to learn the stuff inside and out. You know, classic case is this Roland Integra 7. You know, Roland has always been very historically difficult to master when it comes to their synthesizers. They kind of went their own way and do their own thing, and it's often not very intuitive, but these guys at Sweetwater, you know, they know this stuff inside and out. It's amazing. You know, Chuck Shurak is, he's the guy who started it way back when, and it's still private. He still owns it, and you know, he cares about his people. I mean, I was really impressed when I went there. I mean, this place is, I'm serious, this place is bigger than our plant. Okay, that's how huge this place is, and of course a lot of that's warehouse where they stock everything. But you know, it's not like your stuff's getting drop shipped from China somewhere. I mean, you know, these people go through and they check your stuff out, and they send you a little bag of candy with your purchase when it gets shipped to you. It's totally cool. Wow, this place is huge. That's amazing. Look at that. That whole building here on the right. So I'm about to enter the hallowed hall of indebtedness. And this place is humongous. Amazing. It's like their list of employees. I didn't realize they were that big. That's incredible. Like multi-level. And then there's looks like a couple of guitar rooms over here. Pedal board. Amazing. That's nice. That's a nice guitar room there. It's cool. It's all them high cotton guitars.
That's there.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I saw you the old 8-track over there.
Yeah, a bunch of cool stuff up here. So that Kurzweil over there, for that keyboard with the little Mac sitting on top, that's a K250, and he got started in this business by while he was doing the mobile recording rig. Those K250s was one of the first like affordable. I mean, it was still a 5-figure keyboard back in the day, but it was one of the first affordable samplers.
Right.
And so there was this little cottage industry of building cartridges with samples on them.
Yep.
And so he started doing some of those, and
I remember
really
Kid Nepro with as he did DX7 stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that back in the day. I had I think my first sampler actually was that's an Emax 2 over there, isn't it? Down on the bottom.
Yes, it is.
I had an Emax 2, and I still have my ASR 88.
Oh, okay.
Full size keyboard.
Cool.
And got it maxed out. And I love that Bosendorfer Grand on it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Emax 2, and well, and I think there's a Mirage up there too. I mean,
oh yeah,
quite the day, right? I mean, we all had our. In fact, see that Poly 61 up there? There's a Korg, the second one down on the left there. That exact one, I actually bought that from Chuck when I was in high school.
Oh wow!
I owned it for a long time, and it kind of made the rounds with a bunch of different Sweetwater guys,
Nice.
We could trade for it, and then somehow it ended up back in here.
Yeah, I had my Korg was I had a DW 8000.
Oh yeah.
And so I had that. I think I had a Roland R8 drum machine. I mean, I had Cakewalk back when it ran on the original Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, me too. I had it on an old 286 computer. You had to boot it up on a floppy disk.
Floppy disk.
It was cool, right? The black and purple and stuff, and you know, it had the piano roll, and it was usable.
I had since I work in IT, as it came along, I used to work for the Nashville Tennessean at one point, and they had a whole bunch of equipment they were upgrading and retiring. So I had access to a whole bunch of fiber channel drive arrays.
Okay.
And Gadget Labs was out with their 8-channel recording card. Okay. And I never knew this till way after the fact. I just had a hobby studio in my basement, and I had server hardware set up, and I had 3 of those Gadget Labs, and apparently at the time I was the only full digital hard disk 24-track recording studio in Nashville.
Interesting.
Everybody else was using ADATs and dropping bits and all kind of stuff like that, and I was wondering, it's like, You know, because I never advertised or anything like that. I just had, you know, did stuff for myself and, you know, my kids' school, you know, did all their videos and plays and stuff. But I'm getting all these people, these players coming up from Nashville. Yeah, I guess I was like one of Nashville's, you know, best kept secrets for all the poor musicians down there.
That's cool. So I'll show you around, and you're welcome to hang out as long as you want.
Sure,
There's a whole
sure.
section back in the back there. This keyboard room.
Uh-huh.
So there's an electric guitar room, acoustic guitar room. There's a bass room.
Yep.
You can play any of that stuff. There's a recording room and all kinds of cool stuff. So just
That's awesome. So this is the main showroom area
this is the main
here?
showroom for now, but I'll show you in a second. We'll walk down here. We're actually redoing the whole entrance to the building, and there's going to be a new showroom.
Oh, nice.
On the other side there, but so we can't get back here now. But you know, our background is still recording studios. So there's 3 recording studios, and there's a hallway that kind of goes. You can see the mic.
Microphone vault. Oh,
There's some cool stuff in there.
wow.
But this is Studio A right here.
Nice.
The window. And so, or I'm sorry, Studio B. This is Studio B. Studio A is in the back there.
Nice.
We
Yeah,
can get
Pro
around the
Tools.
other-
Pro Tools rig.
Yep.
Always tell by that keyboard.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
Studio A, and
gorgeous.
Then the live room. So I'm sorry we can't get in there.
That's all right. COVID.
Yeah, it's kind of ruined everything.
That's all right. I understand.
But we can. This would be a good.
He's trying to sneak me into somewhere special. One of the studios, hopefully. Let's see if I can get in.
All right, so come on in here.
Oh, sweet.
So this is our amphitheater,
Oh, nice.
and this is kind of a multi-purpose thing here, where in normal times we have a lot of sales meetings in here where
Sure.
manufacturers will come in and present new product.
Oh, cool. Nice.
So we get to listen to stuff. There is a really sophisticated PA system in here. Actually, every one of those seats has a high-end headphone amp built into it.
Nice.
There's what's called a layer system, which is a multi-point surround system, so they can put a piano up on stage and mic it, and then send it through this spatial PA system and give it reverb or not, and change the whole 3D space in which
Nice.
the piano is sitting. It's really cool.
Well, and then everybody in there's no real bad air in the room anywhere.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh,
So this was designed by a guy named Russ Berger. If you know, if you've ever heard that name, he's a kind of famous acoustician. Does a lot of big rooms in Nashville and in LA.
oh yeah.
And then this is all wired into the studio,
Nice.
so we can have bands set up in there. And we've had some meetings where we'll have talent in the studio, and then there's a big screen that comes down, and have some video and then audio coming through. So then
Nice.
we can get essentially 300 people in
Awesome.
the studio, right, doing critical listening and stuff. So.
Yeah, I see I was noticing right there. I noticed from behind that camera. That's definitely top notch kit there. Amazing. You know, you guys have been the best, far and beyond. So,
Well, thanks. There's a lot. I mean, we're getting new brands all the time, and so one of the challenges is just trying to keep up with it, right? Because somebody will
Sure.
call me and say, well, so you got this new thing on your website. How does it compare to this other thing?
yeah, you're like, oh, I didn't get the memo.
There's only so many hours in the day, right, to do
Exactly.
listening and stuff. So that's why so 2 days a week we come in at 7:30 before work for almost 2 hours, and we'll have somewhere between 1 and a half a dozen manufacturer reps coming in with their
Wow.
new stuff. Now that's gotten a little weird over the past few months.
Sure.
With more Zoom and virtual stuff, but once we get back on track, we do that, and then typically they'll come in and there's some smaller rooms upstairs, like scattered around the sales floor, which is where we live, all up here.
Right.
And we'll do like more in-person, up close and personal, smaller sessions.
Sure.
So
Hey, at least you're not like in IT. You know, they put us in the basement.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of those guys too. They're in a little cubby down that hallway there. It's always dark in there.
Yeah.
This whole area here really started as more for like employee amenities. Being in the middle of Fort Wayne, Indiana, it can sometimes be hard to recruit people from bigger metropolitan areas.
Sure.
There's just not a lot around here, so Chuck really invested a lot of time and money into the amenities here so that we can get like the best people to want to come here. So whole diner, there's a salon upstairs you can get your hair cut. There's a fitness center with a personal trainer on staff.
Wow, talk about job perks.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you're welcome to hang out as long as you'd like.
Sure, yeah. I don't want to tie you up to anything, but
if there's anything that's not in there that you'd want to see, Craig or one of those guys can have it pulled from the warehouse, which is the whole other end of the operation is a separate building now. We used to live right at the other side of that wall. This has all been redone to expand our sales floor.
Nice.
And the showroom right here, and there's a huge warehouse in the back there where all of that stuff happens. So, but anyway, but you're if there's something that you want to check out that's not in the showroom, they can have it pulled and you can get some hands on.
I know I appreciate everything.
Thank you.
And appreciate you guys. So.
I'm glad I got to meet you in person, man. It's always so nice to put a face with a voice.
Oh yeah, and
all good, man. Nice to meet you.
Appreciate it, Brian. Thank you so much.
Have a safe trip home.
All right, so I'm going to go to their on-site diner here and get me some chow, and then I'm going to go start looking at some gear. Stay tuned. Okay, so I am having their Nashville hot chicken. Yeah, we'll see how good that is, seeing how we are the quintessential Nashville hot chicken folks here. I have to say it's really, really mild. This is not Nashville hot chicken as we know it. So I guess they have to kind of keep it. They kind of have to keep it, safe. But still good though. Chicken's tender, it's moist. It's not all fried and dry. Especially seeing how it's kind of like a cafeteria setup over there. But yeah, I'm getting a heck of a lunch for like $8. I can't argue with that. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe and feel free to comment. And you can reach me at, if you care to, MacGyversWorkshop@gmail.com. And don't forget, check out my webpage now, which is www.MacGyversWorkshop.net. So, see you later.